Hello, Generation Gamma, I think it's called. I gotta tell you something right now. Your generation is cooked, as they tended to say in my time. And I made this before your generation, before even the oldest of your generation was even born, years before. Like about, I wanna say, well, it's 2026 now when I posted this. So that would be about, oh, 14 years before even the oldest of your generation is even born. Ain't that crazy? And it says somewhere around 2040 to about 2055 is when your generation is going to be born, allegedly. And you guys are cooked. And you ask me, you being born 14 years after the oldest of Generation Beta was born? Oof. Skill issue. Skill issue. You're so cooked, bro. For sure. You're so cooked. Cooked. You know? I'm out here getting out the telephone book, putting you on the yellow pages. You know? That kind of thing. What's your excuse? Oh, but they're just businesses. No. And Yellow Pages does sound like a TV show to a business TV show where it's like a TV show of like a, I don't know, a guy who's like trying to be a good CEO or something, and it like revolves around him he like graduated college. That's how it would start, and then just slowly throughout the show he like makes this business, and it starts out small, and then in the end it turns out to be like the number one most successful, greatest, greatest business in the end after like 3 seasons or something, and they would call it the Yellow Pages as a reference to the telephone book, because that's where the businesses would be. Duh. But yeah, you're cooked. You don't even know what a floppy disk is. You can look that up. There are people in my time who say words like IE or pun not intended, but I don't know what IE means, and yeah, your pun was definitely intended. Okay? And they say, offense, no offense, they're trying to offend you. That's basically the time period that I come from. Lost and preserved. I have ideas. I have theories. Don't touch kids, That's what they say. But then the kids are touching kids. So, what's the point of that? Should we make a lesson that kids shouldn't touch adults either? Or kids shouldn't be touching other kids either? Yeah, we probably do. And I am somebody from a long time ago. For all you know, you could be listening to the voice of a dead person. Ain't that crazy? In time of recording, as I'm saying this, you don't even exist yet. But you will. You eventually will. It's inevitable. They'll say, oh no, but the human species is gonna die out this year. Yeah, you've been saying that every single year. You people. The end of the world people. Okay? ever since there was a year to say there was a year, ever since we had a calendar, people have been going, oh, no, 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 you don't understand. This year is going to be the end of the world. I want to say the most famous version of this is 2012. But still, every year, every fucking year, they're like, this year, end of the world. End of the world. I'm going to say it's the end of the world this year. Nigger, what? That's crazy. Or, I'm going to say it in a fancy term language you can understand. My Negro, that is positively outrageous, but I do not recall inquiry. Okay? Like, I want you to understand that. Mojo Crojo. Mojo Yojo. Tong 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 Sahor. And, Crocodilo Crocodile. Something like that. Low taper fade. Don't play the game mixtape unless you want to regret it. Dead Be the Fallen was a pretty good game. I don't know what else there is to say. I don't know. Use the word retarded for all I care, or whatever you have an equivalent to a word that has funny sounding things to it. I don't know. A definition. Know the definition of words. Or do you have definition of words? I don't know, maybe you do. My generation is in cognitive decline from all the AI. Now they're cheating on cheating. And the normies are for some reason cutting fruit every time they talk. Or are dancing or some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucking bitch cunts don't understand that I speak English. Well, specifically American English. It's called English for now, but one day, I have a feeling it's gonna be called American. Just for, obvious reasons. So, yeah. I'm Batman. I'm Superman. I'm Superman. Superman, Batman. Oh yeah. Iron Man, Spider-Man. Do we need to make Black Panther White Panther? I suppose. And then there's the Flash. Or should I say, the Streak. Then there's Arrow. And then there's, what's his name? Jeff Goldblum. So out of here. So I guess, yeah. You're not the worst generation ever. Okay? You're not. And the generation after you ain't gonna do shit. So, yeah. There's history and stuff. And the generations before you, they did shit. Everybody tries to blame the stuff on the baby boomers, but it's like, once that generation dies out, you have no more excuses, you know? At some point, people are gonna either have to fix the problems when this generation is gone, or once they do fix it, which is most likely the reality we're gonna have, they're probably gonna fix it. The problem with fixing it is that you're gonna end up having to deal with that generation's problems. And I don't think Generation Z, my generation, saved the world. Okay? I'm not trying to be like self-hating on my own generation, but like let's be for real. We are not going to save the world. I know we're not going to save the world. I know that sounds very pessimistic. I know that sounds very gone, but it's like, we can only exist for so long. We are literally mortal, okay? Most of us. Alright? To my knowledge. So, because of it, you may be around for a while, but eventually, your generation might be looked at as the new boomers. You know what I mean? So, just be careful with that. That stuff. And besides, the whole generational thing, it's kind of lost its meaning. At least for now. So, until Generation Gamma grows up and they have children and they have generations, or they become great-grandparents or something, we're just gonna have to deal with this mess. Alright? Okay? The world is not your oyster, so to speak. Okay? The world does not revolve around you. You are not the main character. You are not the main character, and neither am I. I'm kind of glad I'm a nobody side character NPC that only appears every major crossover episode, okay? That kind of thing. Because they don't always happen. So I'm not gonna go into the main story. You're not a part of the main story. Okay? Not the plot. Because the plot is a part of it, but that's not the main story. Okay? The main quest. The main story quest. Okay? I don't know, man. I got things I gotta do. Like, existing. So, yeah. I talk and I talk and I walk and I walk. Goo goo gaga naga. Me, not you, me is I'm out of here.